Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for November and we are moving into Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to all you beautiful Sagittariuses that are having a birthday in November. Very excited to move into Sagittarius season. And we have the new moon occurring in your sign this month on the 24th at 1 degree of Sagittarius. So it's at the very start of the Sagittarius journey. And give or take a day, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, this is like I get off on the next big adventure. It's the start of a journey of learning, of wisdom, a journey of travel. So yeah, traveling over ideas, connections to foreign cultures. So there's just, off on the next big adventure. It's a really, really lovely time to plant some seeds for that, for those sort of themes to come through, which is really nice. We also are still in eclipse season. We're about to go through the fiery eclipses. We have a total lunar eclipse on I just got to check the dates, the 8th or the 9th, that's right, depending on where you are in the world. And this full moon is going to be in the sign of Taurus at 16 degrees. And this is going to be like a whopper of an eclipse. So let's see what's coming through for you for the month, Sagittarius. Let's see. Oh, I love it. The Empress, beauty and abundance. I love it. It's really, really important what I'm getting here, Sagittarius, just intuitively, that this seed that's coming in, yes, the eclipse energy of the full moon is going to shake us all up a little bit. But there is this sense that what gets shaken up around the time of the eclipses, what energy is being shaken up for you, will land and start to settle. The dust will settle. It'll start to make the calmness will come back closer to your new moon. And then there will be this sense of abundance. There's an abundant space where I've landed here with what I've processed, what I've let go of, what I'm moving towards, and I've landed in this abundant space. And they keep iterating the guides, saying the plants that Sagittarius seeds in this new moon time is super, super fertile, potent, super important. So this is something that's the start of the journey that's occurring here. So it actually gets activated in the eclipse season, but it's such a washing machine mishmash of energies going around. It won't actually make sense until it gets to your new moon. So great time to plan a trip, plan some travel, plan some kind of new venture of some sort, some new adventure. So yeah, new cycle that can bring in all the things that you love. So yeah, the Empress bringing in abundance. It wants to plant a seed of abundance, which is really fantastic. So, yeah, lovely. And we've also got, yes, the Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity. Wow. Okay, this was exactly what we were just talking about. This Ace of Crystals is the Ace of Pentacles, quite literally planting a seed for prosperity, for manifesting abundance. It's just a really, really amazing, fertile time. So, kind of, it's like they're showing me to go into the eclipse season with this sense of open and curious to what is the eclipses teaching you, because things are being eclipsed in your life. It does bring about change, but ultimately it wants to bring about change that is going to help the evolution of your soul growth. So they're saying to sit with the energy, what shifts and changes for you. Just kind of observe it in a way. And yeah, there's like they keep showing me this like washing machine, like swirling around of energy that keeps coming in. But it's this sense of be curious as to what comes up, because this seed might not be evident here. I'm kind of getting this as a new seed, that when you're on the other side of that, you'll be going, what did I learn? Where is my soul taking me? What's my soul evolution? And what seeds do I want to plant for the future? What have I learned throughout that process? And so that actual process of doing this is something that could be very rewarding and make the seed that you're planting. It is the element of earth, so a lot to do with your money, your home, your material resources, things that you want to nurture into the future. Your health even. But yeah, it's going to, the more you sit and the more that you learn through the eclipses, the bigger this seed is going to grow so that it has greater potential to be more abundant. So that's kind of what the message I was getting for you, Sagittarius. So let's see what's shifting and changing, what energies are shifting and changing throughout this period. So yes, wow. What energies are shifting and changing throughout November. So moving from very intense Scorpio season occurring this time around into your season, which feel just like boom, a lot lighter. The Scorpio energy, you might want to be a bit quieter, a little bit more internal. We've got Sword 6 Mercury Aquarius. I love it. This is quite literally the card of travel, moving and moving on and transitioning from old energies where there's been a little bit of turbulence and you want to find the peace. So that's a beautiful energy to be able to bring in. So there may be some turbulent waters when that comes in, but the eclipse season always does bring a little bit of turbulence, but it is also important just to kind of put it in a bigger context of why things are happening and what's going on. So that, for whatever reason, they're saying that could be helpful. So Sagittarius, this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it creates a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, trust your intuition. And if it does really resonate, you'd like to explore this further, there will be an extended reading. So the link for that will be in the description box below, as is the link to my services, my personal services, if you're interested in anything that I'm offering, the readings and healings, etc. So let's see what is coming in. And we're looking at, I've just opened up a new reading, which is a 2023 overview. So let's see. Oh, I love it. Knight of Wands, the card of Sagittarius coming in. Off on the next big adventure, quite literally with the Knight of Wands. Action, focus, drive. Yes. Crossed by the Knight of Cups. So interesting. The King of Cups is Scorpio energy, saying, well, you can't take off until you've done the work, but there's fated things coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. A lot of fated karmic cycles that are ending. So that's a big thing to come through. So they are saying to have a big think about it. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. The Ace of Cups. Absolutely love it. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So like the pentacle is like the earth energy, a seed that is kind of germinating and sprouting out of the earth that needs the water, the Ace of Cups, to grow. So beautiful. Here you are. You've got the pentacle in your hands, getting excited about it, wanting to walk away from some old energies that are not feeling great. There is, the Chariot. You're like, yes, taking this on. And the Star card, wishes coming true. We love it, Sagittarius, for your season. And yes, the Two of Wands, time to start something new. Take those first steps off on the next big adventure. And here you are, quite literally the Knight of Wands. This is the card of Sagittarius, like I mentioned. It does represent positive change, which is really fantastic, but taking actions on your passions, which is really great. It can represent travel, usually longer distance travel of some sort, so it could be some sort of overseas travel. Crossed by the Knight of Cups, the two knights are crossing each other. The Knight of Cups is a bit of a dreamy energy, Neptunian, like I just want to stay in a daydream or hang out in my imagination and imagine what could be rather than actually take action. And so it's kind of finding that lovely balance between what you're dreaming of here, where your heart is leading you, versus like the time to kind of, and it may be that there's just like this sense of murkiness that could be around it for a little while, where it's like, I'm still in the dream. I'm not quite ready to take off yet. But that's okay, because I feel like you are working through a lot of stuff and we are seeing the birth of beautiful things. So it's almost saying, for the moment, there will be a time when you're stepping into the new with this Two of Wands, but for the moment, with these two knights crossing each other, knights are always about the direction you're going, the actions that you're taking. And it's kind of saying, perhaps with those two crossing each other, the best thing to do is to to do nothing, to take no action. Just let this energy rise within you until you're ready, until it's ready to take off, because it is surrounded by these karmic energies, the King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of Scorpio. So we are, at the time of recording this, we're about to head into a new moon in Scorpio, which is going to be a partial solar eclipse coming through. So, and we are in Scorpio energy. So Scorpio energy, this King of Cups in your conscious mind, you just had to work with that Scorpio energy a lot, and it's demanded a lot of intensity, demanded a lot of having to go into the underworld, demanded a lot of dealing with shadow, deep emotions, and trawling up some stuff from the past to be cleared, karmic stuff that's ready to be cleared out. So it's kind of like you've been pulled through the emotional and karmic ringer with the Scorpio season, but it's actually in a positive way. You'll feel so much lighter at the end of it. So the work that you do, the deep if you're very intentional with the intensity of the work, then yeah, if you're happy to go with that. And that's why we're kind of seeing that there was, with that Six of Swords, there was a little bit of turbulent waters here and there. Here we're seeing the King of Cups here. It's like, I just want to find a safe place above that turbulence, that drama for the moment, what's happening deep down, because, you know, it's kind of dragged up a lot of stuff, and I just like to manage my emotions. The King of Cups is also Scorpio energies, and may have been looking at resources, managing emotions and resources, particularly how regular resources are coming in and going out. So have you got some sort of regular income coming through, or something that you can rely on that can bring those resources? And how are you like paying your bills? That's a thing that can come through with that King of Cups. So in your conscious mind, yes, it's a Scorpio energy. It could quite literally be a Scorpio or somebody with a lot of Scorpio traits to them, or just somebody you've got a very intense complex psychological relationship with. Might be something that you've been working through. So anyway, this is the Scorpio energy that you are going to be moving on from. But this is like, that's why I kind of get it's best to kind of almost sit with it for a while and not do anything with this cross, because you're working through a lot of stuff. And we have the Wheel of Fortune at the base. So this is Jupiter, your planetary ruler, coming in, which is fantastic. But it also does represent fate. There's a lot of fated things going on. And this is the deep down energy. So with the Scorpio and the fated stuff, yes, a lot of fated energy, karmic release happening deep down and in your conscious mind. You're becoming very consciously aware of what's going on down there. So, you know, it's all kind of, you know, this is the washing around and a lot of processing to do with that, with the Wheel of Fortune. But ultimately what's happening with the Wheel of Fortune is that something inside of you is expanding and growing. You're making room by letting go of all this old karma, letting go of stuff to make room for the new of where you're stepping into. And with Jupiter coming in, it's going to make it trying to make it a bit easier for you to expand and grow this. It's just that with this here as well, and the King of Cups, it may also expand the intensity and the karmic lessons. So just to be aware of that. But we have in the recent past the Four of Swords, and this is where it would be really great to have taken a break of some sort, to spend some time thinking. And there may have actually been some significant like shifts in the way you're perceiving things, mindset shifts. So yeah, there's a lot going on inside your mind that you're processing here, or have been processing in the recent past. But in the near future, boom, in we come, the Ace of Cups. Hooray! We're coming into Sagittarius season. Beautiful birthing of healing and love. With the star card coming as well. Lots of healing and peace coming through, which is really beautiful. The Ace of Cups, you know, to see those emotions, all this emotional intensity, this is all the old stuff that's being removed. This is stepping into the new water, the new feelings, the new intuitions, the new cycles, and feeling differently. So yeah, it feels really positive to me. It can connect you to love. So it can be new relationships, new karmic relationships coming in for some of you, or new cycles around relationships where you're feeling existing relationships where you're feeling differently. So this and the Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles, both of them is the birth of something beautiful that you want to nurture and love. So but I keep getting there's a longer cycle attached to it. So yeah, Ace of Cups, the birth of love, joy, healing, happiness. Absolutely something beautiful is going to birth after this crazy energy of the Scorpio season and the eclipses. So we have, this is you, the Page of Pentacles. You've gone, right, I've got this in my hands. I've got this seed that has emerged, or that I'm now focusing on, and I'm getting excited about it. So that's why the Page of Pentacles it's kind of a little bit like the world is my oyster. There's potentially a lot of messages coming in around your resources, around your money, or around your work or your career in some way. So there's a lot that you could be, even health healing, so much that could be coming in through with all of this. And so you're going to feel the Empress, that beauty and abundance that comes in, that sense of beauty and seeing the world through the lens of that, which is actually really lovely. So I feel like you're really sensing this and going, I've got this great opportunity now. The Pages is small. It's something small that needs to be developed, and it's kind of young and enthusiastic and getting excited, but it's not necessarily like you've taken action with it yet. And that's why I'm getting sit with it, let yourself get excited, let yourself kind of really see what this is and feel into it a little bit. Energy surrounding you, the Five of Pentacles. This is what's going out. These are the things that are no longer resonating. There could have been things that you no longer value, or you weren't feeling valued in a particular situation. So there could have been this sense of something was really lacking. So if there was focus on wanting to leave a job or leave a home or leave a place that a space that you no longer felt welcome in whatever sense. This could be worried about resources or money. There could be something that's coming in around that. So that's why it's really positive that there's this Ace of Pentacles coming in around your season. I feel like that's the time to plant it. So there have been things that potentially, like this Five of Pentacles, hasn't necessarily been helping with all this emotional tensity that you've been trawling through. There's been something lacking on the resource level, whether it's been time, money, support, however this is coming in, or at least a perception of it lacking. So yeah, hopes and fears, we've got the Judgment card. So this is, the Judgment energy is actually, could go both ways, because with all of this energy coming in with the eclipse, there's a lot to come up to review, a lot coming up from the dead, things coming up, the Scorpio energy is ruled by Pluto, the lord of the underworld. It has a lot to do with sex, death, rebirth. And so it's kind of like, well, if all this stuff's coming up, then at least I want to be able to review it and process it and to be able to step into a rebirth. So yes, and that's what we've got with Ace of Cups. There's something beautiful birthing. So it's kind of, I feel like it's a very positive energy. It can feel a little bit like a second chance energy. We have as an outcome or potential outcome, everything's potentials, the Chariot and the Star. I love the Star coming in for you next to the Chariot, because the Chariot is where, through sheer emotional willpower, like it's this emotional surge to get something across the line, to bring something into one focus, to overcome any kind of conflicts, this swirling energy of the eclipses, and just go, right, conflicts ending in victory. I'm letting all that go. I've taken it all on, and I've been very successfully made sense of it, successfully bringing energies together into one focus, successfully just, navigating those tricky waters that can come up with eclipses. But next to it is the Star card, which is where there's healing coming in with all of this. The struggles are being healed, the things that you've been struggling with. There's healing. There's a sense of feeling more hopeful for the future, which is really beautiful. There's this sense of being divinely guided and going, okay, now I can see that a future for this new cycle that's coming in. Now I can see it, and it feels so much better from where I was with this King of Cups and Wheel of Fortune, where it felt like everything was going, whoa, around. The wheel is spinning and it has the water, the King of Cups with it, so all the water was spinning around, quite literally. That was why I was getting the washing machine with the Wheel of Fortune spinning and King of Cups being the water. So we have as the overall energy, the Two of Wands. So this is very much, he's got the world in his hand. Quite literally, you've got the pentacle in your hand. So it's almost like, again, that sense of looking out further afield. It's this visionary energy that comes in. So it's kind of like looking off on wanting to go off on the big next adventure. Perhaps it is something you're putting out into the world, or you're wanting to go explore the world or make connections further out into the world. I just get this widening of horizons and the viewpoint and perspective and possibilities that comes through, which is really nice. And the Two of Wands, definitely it's kind of like, yeah, I've had the motivation. I've got this sense, I've been sitting with it. Now I want to actually take that first initial step and take some kind of action here. So really, really, you're at the start of the journey with the two aces and the two here. And it's like once you plant that seed, it's just a matter of activating it with the next step. It doesn't have to be, the whole picture or the full, where the destination or where this is all landing. Set the intention with it, but I kind of get you need to kind of activate it with the fire energy. You do need to take some kind of action with it, even if it's just something small, just to get the ball rolling, just to get this happening. So just to get it so it's activated energy. So yeah, that's it. It feels so positive, Sagittarius. It's really a beautiful energy to come through. So yeah, I kind of get a lot of, for you, like travel is a really fantastic energy, whether it is metaphorical travel or in transitioning from something, or whether it quite literally is a great time to be looking at planting seeds that could bring this in, or even booking it in some way. So it's not the only thing, but it's just part of it. So the other thing with this is it can be around your home, quite literally, that the planting the seed can bring in some more abundance around the home. So because it's coming up, my home is a peaceful haven, is as your affirmation cards. This is how they want you to affirm yourself with this energy. It says, I bless my home with love. I put love in every corner, and my home lovingly responds with warmth and comfort. I am at peace. Beautiful. So it actually feels like what I'm getting here, because the Chariot Cancer energy represents home as well, healing around the home, which is actually really lovely. I feel like that's really, really important to kind of focus and bring in some kind of, peaceful energy around the home, which is actually really lovely, sending some energy into the home. And that's going to create the abundant space for this seed to grow, which is really beautiful. So that's a beautiful energy to come in. Let's pull a charm. We don't throw it away. Let's pull a charm for Sagittarius, Ooh, what's this? Oh, love. Okay. Love, beautiful, absolutely. I bless my home with love. You've got the birth of love coming up with the Ace of Cups. You've got the Star, peace and healing, both cards of peace, the Sword 6. And love, connect into love. This could be new love. This could be connecting into the abundance of love around you. Absolutely beautiful energy. And love is like one of those, it sounds a bit sappy, like connect to love, but it is a very high, beautiful, high frequency that's coming through. And what that does is elevate all the other energies around you and create an abundant space. So it starts with the home, and then it can grow from there. So that's it. That's your reading, Sagittarius. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what is coming in with this beautiful Ace of Cups in the near future and where this is all going. Something's receiving a little beautiful blessing, especially around the home, or especially just you overcoming a lot of challenges. You're receiving blessings around that, overcoming challenges, healing, being very strongly guided and directed. You're planting this seed, which is fantastic, taking those initial steps. It's all feeling good. Where's it all going to go? What sort of things are coming in? So we're at the start of the journey. Where to next in the next stage or phase of the journey? What sort of energies are coming in that are supporting this, challenging it? What sort of people are coming through? So we're just going to investigate this and go a bit further, scratch under the surface as well, see if there's any other energy around that you need to know about. And we're going to ask the best way to manage and work with the energy to get the optimum results. And it's such a beautiful result to come through here. So that's it, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and enjoy your birthday season. The transition into your birthday season, I think, is going to be a really positive one for you. And take care. And if you're interested in any of my services, the link for that is in the description box below.